crop production and management. Learning about cultivation of crops and several activities undertaken by farmer in crop production and its management. Basic practices of crop production. Cultivation of crops involves several activities undertaken by farmer over a period of time. These activities or tasks are referred to as agriculture practices. They are as follows: preparation of soil, sowing, adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protecting from weeds, harvesting, storage. Preparation of soil. The preparation of soil is the first step before growing a crop. One of the most important tasks in agriculture is to turn the soil and loosen it. This allows the root to penetrate deep into the soil. The loosened soil then helps in the growth of earthworm and microbes present in the soil. These organisms are friends of farmers since they further turn and loosen the soil and add humus to it. The process of loosening and turning of the soil is called tilling or ploughing. Plugs are made of wood or iron. Before ploughing, soil need watering. The plugged field may have big pieces of crumbs which have to be broken with a plunk. The field is leveled for sowing as well as for irrigation purpose. Agricultural implements. Before sowing the seed, it is necessary to break soil to the size of grains to get better yield. This is done with the help of various tools. The main tools used for this purpose are the plug, hoe and cultivator. Plug. This is being used since ancient time for tilling the soil, adding fertilizer to the crop, removing the weeds, scarping of soil, etc. The implements were generally made of wood and has now been replaced by iron. It is drawn by a pair of bulls or other animals such as horse, camel, etc. Hoe. It is a simple tool which is used for removing weeds and for loosening the soil. It has a long rod of wood or iron. A strong, broad and bent plate of iron is fixed to one of its ends and works like a blade. Animal pull it. Cultivator. A tractor-driven cultivator does nowadays ploughing. The use of cultivator saves labor and time. Most important part of crop production. Before sowing, good quality seeds are selected. Farmers prefer to use seeds which give a high yield. Before sowing, let us study about the tools used for sowing seeds. Traditional tools. The tools used traditionally for sowing seeds is shaped like a funnel. The seeds are filled into the funnel and they pass down through 2 or 3 pipes having sharp ends. These ends pierce into the soil and place seeds there. Nowadays, the seed driller is used for sowing with the help of a tractor. This tool sows the seeds uniformly at proper distance and depth. It ensures that the soil covers seeds after sowing. This prevents damage caused by birds. Sowing by using a seed drill saves time and labor. At appropriate distance between the seeds is important to avoid overcrowding of plants. This allows plant to get sufficient sunlight, nutrition and water from soil. Adding manure and fertilizer. These substances which are added to the soil in the form of nutrients for the healthy growth of plant and called manure and fertilizers. Manure is an organic substance obtained from the decomposition of plants or animal waste. Fertilizers are chemical substances which are rich in particular nutrients. Fertilizers are produced in factories. Some are urea, ammonium sulfate and superphosphate, NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. Differences between fertilizer and manure. A fertilizer is an inorganic salt. Manure is a natural substance obtained by a decomposition of cattle dung, human waste, and plant residue. A fertilizer is prepared in factories. Manure can be prepared in fields. A fertilizer does not provide any humus to the soil. Manure provides a lot of humus to the soil. A fertilizer are very rich in plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Manure is relatively less rich in plant nutrients. Advantage of manure: and organic manure is considered better than a fertilizer. This is because it enhances the water holding capacity of the soil. It makes the soil porous, due to which exchange of gases become easy. It increases the number of friendly microbes. It improves the texture of the soil. Irrigation: a living being needs water to live. Water is important for the proper growth of development of flower, fruit, and seeds of plant. The plant roots absorb water. Along with water, minerals and fertilizers are also absorbed. Plant contain 90% water. Water is essential because germination of seeds does not take place under dry conditions. Nutrients dissolved in water get transported to each part of the plant. To maintain the moisture of the soil for healthy crop growth, fields have to be watered regularly. The supply of water to a crop at different intervals is called irrigation. The time and frequency of irrigation varies from crop to crop, soil to soil, and season to season. Sources of irrigation: the sources of irrigation are wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dams, and canals. Traditional methods of irrigation: the water available in wells, lakes, and canals is lifted up by different methods in different regions for taking it to the fields. Cattle or human labor is used in these methods, so they are cheaper but less efficient. The various traditional ways are moat, chain pump, Dakley, and rat. This is commonly used for lifting water. Diesel, biogas, electricity, and solar energy are used to run these pumps. Modern method of irrigation. Modern method of irrigation help us to use water economically. The main methods used are as follows. Sprinkler system. This system is more useful on an uneven land where sufficient water is not available. Perpendicular pipes, having rotating nozzles on top, are joined to the main pipeline at regular intervals. When water is allowed to flow through the main pipe under pressure with the help of a pump, it escapes from the rotating nozzles. It gets sprinkled on the crop as if it is raining. A sprinkler is very useful for sandy places. Drip system. In this system, the water falls drop by drop just at the position of the roots, so it is called a drip system. It is the best technique for watering fruit plants, gardens, and trees. The system provides water to the plant drop by drop. Water is not wasted at all. It is a boon in regions where availability of water is poor. Protection from weeds. If we see carefully the wheat field, we see that there are some other plants grown along with them. In a field, many other unwanted plants may grow naturally along with the crop. The unwanted plants are called weeds. The removal of weeds is called weeding. Tilling before sowing of crops help in uprooting and killing of weeds. The best time for the removal of weeds is before they produce flower and seeds. This is done with the help of a khurpi, a seed drill is used to uproot weeds. Using certain chemicals called weedicide also help control weeds. These are sprayed in the fields to kill weeds. They do not damage the crop. Spraying of weedicides may affect the health of the farmer. So they should cover their nose and mouth with a piece of cloth during spraying of these chemicals. Harvesting. The cutting of a crop after it is mature is called harvesting. In harvesting, crops are pulled out or cut close to the ground. It usually takes 3 to 4 months for a cereal crop to mature. Harvesting is either done manually by a sickle or by a machine called harvester. After harvesting, the grain seeds need to be separated from the chaff. This process is called threshing. This is carried out with the help of a machine called combine, which are in fact a combined harvester and a thresher. On small holding of land, do the separation of grain and chaff by winnowing. Storage of food grains is an important task. If the crop grains are to be kept for a longer time, they should be kept safe from moisture, insects, rats and microorganisms. The fresh crop has more moisture. If freshly harvested grain seeds are stored without drying, they may get spoiled or attacked by organisms losing their germination capacity. Hence, before storing them, the grains are properly dried in the sun to reduce their moisture in them. They prevent the attack by insects, pests, bacteria and fungi. But store grain in jute bags or metallic bins. However, large-scale storage of grains is done in silos and granaries to protecting them from pests like rats and insects. Dried neem leaves are used for storing food grains at home. Summary. It is necessary to prepare soil by tilling and leveling. Plugs and levelers are used for this purpose. Sowing of seeds at appropriate depths and distance gives good yield. Good variety of seeds is sown after selection of healthy seeds. Seed drill do sowing. Soil needs replenishment and enrichment through the use of organic manure and fertilizer. Use of chemical fertilizer has increased tremendously with the introduction of new crop varieties. Supply of water to crops at appropriate intervals is called the irrigation. Weeding involves removal of unwanted and uncultivated plants called weeds. Harvesting is the cutting of the mature crop manually or by machines. Separation of the grains is necessary to protect them from pests and microorganisms. Food is also obtained from animals for which animals are reared. This is called animal husbandry.